Listen, I ain't got time for this.
Don't speak to me like that.
Come speak to me, yeah? Right, okay, right. You've been causing some issues.
No, he ain't.
He hasn't.
I've talked to
No,
him.
he ain't.
Okay, I'm not talking to you. Go
Calm
away.
yourself
Go
down.
away.
Calm your attitude down. Speak to the public with respect.
Listen, go away.
I'm telling you to calm down.
Go away.
Yeah, I'm DP audit. Respect.
Thank you.
I'm carrying on all I want. Speak to the public with respect and integrity like you're meant to. Why is there no police here?
Go and speak to the inspector.
You call through now and tell him to send police.
No, you don't tell me what to do, pal.
Oh, shut your attitude up as well,
Right,
you.
go
Wind
away.
your neck in.
Wind
Wind your neck in, yes.
Wind my neck in.
Yeah,
Step
you're
away
the
from me,
police
please.
officer.
Step away from me.
See that? That's a claim and a half. You're getting a claim against you. You little You're losing your job, you little...
Yeah, you think so?
See that, guys?
That's assault.
Witnesses, yeah?
You do nothing wrong.
You assaulted me.
Right.
On camera. Yo, he's off his head. He can't be a copper. That's oh, look at that. Look at that. Wind your neck and look how bad he is.
This wasn't a snap decision driven by immediate danger. It was a deliberate choice to use force as a means of control. Someone challenged his attitude, and instead of responding with professionalism, he chose to assert his dominance through intimidation. This isn't policing. It's an abuse of power. Officers are supposed to remain calm and composed when questioned, not lash out when their actions are called into account. What makes this worse is that it happened in front of the public, showing exactly what occurs when those in authority can't handle being held responsible.
Go away.
Nah, I'm in public. Shut your mouth and your attitude up. You're a public of the servant, a servant of the public.
Okay.
There's no, you're breaching the peace.
You ain't spraying in.
Okay.
You ain't spraying in. And I'm doing nothing wrong.
No, you're not. You speak to them like that's what you're doing. You don't get to speak to public like that. You don't get to speak to people like you're speaking to him. That's not how your role works. You're a police officer of the law, serving the crowd and serving the people. Respect and integrity. Remember your oath and your college of peace in training. You're absolute disgrace. The way you push me over now, you're getting a claim against you. You're getting sued.
Right.
You should lose your job for that as well.
Yeah, okay, we'll see.
Yeah, we will see, won't we? And you're going to be all over the internet. Do you know how many people are going to see you? You're live now.
Good. Good for you.
Welcome to YouTube, you how about that?
Okay, swear at me once more, I'll lock you up.
Higher threshold. Is there any complainants? Is there any complainants from a swearing? Any complainants? Your officers need to arrest you.
Okay.
You assaulted me.
Right.
You need to arrest your fellow officer. Section 26, he just pushed me on the ground, threatened me with powerful for telling him to rack himself. Now, arrest your officer now.
The auditor is calling for their colleagues' arrest under Section 26 of the Criminal Justice and Courts Act 2015, which criminalizes police officers who misuse their powers or engage in misconduct while on duty. In this case, the auditor was assaulted, not during a heated arrest or in response to a threat, but simply for challenging the officer's unprofessional conduct. This situation echoes the case of Richard Helling, a former South Wales police officer convicted under the same section for exploiting vulnerable individuals. Like the officer in this incident, Helling misused his authority for personal gain rather than upholding the law. His conviction highlights the severity of such abuses and sets a clear standard for accountability in law enforcement.
You're online on YouTube, you're going on YouTube, you don't do your jobs correctly, you're going to look like idiots. Nah, he's assaulted, he's assaulted me, mate.
You work out what's gone on.
He's pushed me, his foot to me like that because he was speaking to him like Clubber and told him to speak to members of the public respect like you're meant to and professionally, and that is the worst example. He needs to be fired, he's getting sued, or we're putting a claim against him. That was outrageous. Arrest him. Arrest him. Do your job. The College of Policing tells you to arrest him.
You need to relax, you need to calm down.
You need to arrest him.
You hear, you need to talk to me, tell me what's going on. So obviously dealing with
He was talking to him, and the way he was speaking to him was disgusting. The way you do not speak to members of the public like that. The way he was disgusting. Everything about him is disgusting. He's going to get, do you know how many views he's going to do online now? He'll go viral with the way that was. That was one of the worst situations I've ever seen. I've done this for a year now. You need to arrest him.
Okay, well, we're not going to arrest him. But
You're not going to arrest your colleague when he's just broke the law and assaulted a member of the public.
But you're entitled to make a
What does your College of Policing treat you at the beginning?
Listen,
When you're call your officers. No, you listen to me. He has assaulted me and broke the law.
Listen to you. You're entitled to make a complaint online.
You're getting sued, mate.
Okay.
Look at him, look at
No
him.
more lesson.
Look
Don't
at him.
put my personal...
Instead of acknowledging any wrongdoing or addressing the auditor's legal challenge, he resorts to playing the victim, as though his own comfort is more important than the public's right to accountability. In reality, officers are trained to stay calm under pressure. Personal space is not a valid excuse for assault, especially when the person enforcing the law is the one crossing that line. This mentality, where an officer feels entitled to use force because they're uncomfortable, is deeply concerning. It's not about safety, it's about asserting power. When confronted with that power, instead of de-escalating, explaining, or walking away, this officer chose to push someone to the ground and then try to justify it with a weak, fabricated rule. That's not policing. It's misconduct, pure and simple.
Hit him.
Okay.
Right, identify yourself.
7459.
Name, station.
Okay, don't need to give my
Yes, you do.
No.
Three forms. You've used your powers against
Okay.
me. Three forms of identification.
Don't point at me.
I'll point all I
Don't
want.
point at
No,
me.
no, no.
Yeah.
Three forms of identification. You're going to push me again, are you?
If you can put it in my space, yes.
Oh, you're in my space now. What would happen if I
Oh, what
pushed
I'm
you?
doing? Well, you can try.
Ah, see what I mean?
Yeah.
See this, people?
Yeah.
You're welcome to
Have a-
YouTube.
Have a good day.
What's name and fucking station
Have a
as
good
well?
day, sir.
Name and station. I don't know. On his name and station, he's got to give three forms of identification.
According to College of Policing guidelines, officers are required to identify themselves when asked, providing their name, rank, and station, especially in situations involving the use of force. This isn't just a courtesy. It's a safeguard designed to protect the public from abuse and ensure accountability. After committing an act of violence, this officer chose to make himself untraceable, further eroding trust, transparency, and the very principles of policing in a democratic society. For the public to seek justice, they need to know who is responsible for their mistreatment. Without this, misconduct remains unchecked. The officer's refusal to identify himself after such a serious incident isn't just an act of arrogance. It's a deliberate attempt to avoid accountability, making it completely indefensible.
A good day. You ain't gonna have a good day when it follows through on you. Welcome to YouTube as well.
Thank you.
Look at this guy. Look at him. Look at the state of him.
Really?
Yeah, the state here.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Have a good day.
Absolute.
Cheers. Swear at me again, I'll lock you up.
Because you can't use a higher threshold. You can't lock me up for that.
Really?
Yeah, section 5.
Really? You think so? That's it, you can walk him back.
See, he was going to arrest me, guys. Will, sort him out, man. He's horrible, mate.
Right, how's it going?
Him, he pushed me over there. His attitude stinks. He's threatening to arrest me, power spraying me.
Right.
The opposite of you. He needs to be sacked. He needs to be arrested. He should be arrested by fellow officers under your College of Policing to protect members of the public. He should be arrested for that.
Let's be clear. The auditor had just been assaulted. He was shaken, hurt, and understandably outraged. That emotional reaction is completely natural after being physically attacked by a public servant. Swearing in that moment isn't harassment or disorder. It's a raw expression of distress. For the officer to immediately respond with, "Swear at me again and I'll lock you up," goes beyond being unprofessional. It's outright abusive. The law rightly holds police to a higher standard due to their role and training. Officers are expected to have thicker skin, to stay calm under pressure, and to de-escalate, not retaliate when emotions run high. This isn't about one bad decision. It's about an officer who lacks remorse, self-awareness, and a fundamental understanding of public trust. Threatening arrest in response to a victim's emotional reaction only worsens the initial abuse.
You should have arrested him.
As you know,
You should have arrested him. Wait till you see the footage.
we can't arrest anyone, as you know. As a
You can't know. They should have arrested him.
So what you can do, if you want to make a complaint.
Well, I've never experienced anything like him.
Well, I haven't seen
Ever,
it.
mate.
I hear what you said.
Ever. You know I'm sound with you when you say sound.
So you know what
I've
I
never
did?
experienced
Let me
that.
say one thing.
He is a dangerous police officer. He should not be in the
one thing
police.
to
You should not be in the police. You are a dangerous police officer. You are a dangerous police officer. You should not be in a front-facing role. You should not be going out the public. You are disgusting. You are a shame.
Stand back.
Shameful. Shameful. You should not be a front-facing officer to the public. You are a danger to the public, my friend. You're the reason people like me exist, because of people like you.
You know that as well as me, this place is covered in cameras. Okay? So, ergo, if you have a complaint, and you're an auditor, you probably feel.
I've got it on film, yeah, I will.
Mr. What can I call you?
It's call me DP.
DP.
Or Paul, call me Paul, call me Paul.
So, if you want to make a complaint, which really you know whatever happened will be covered in cameras, won't it?
He cannot be in a role as a police officer, I'm sorry.
What I would suggest.
I'm not having a go at you, that was outrageous.
What I would suggest is, after an incident like that, our adrenaline is high, which can lead to action.
Nah, when you see the footage, there's no excuse for his behaviour then. Initially.
Whatever's happened, it's happened.
This kind of excuse from the second officer is deeply concerning and, frankly, dangerous. To downplay a clear assault by saying our adrenaline was high not only dismisses the severity of the situation, but also tries to normalize violence and misconduct from those who are specifically trained to stay calm under pressure. Police officers aren't civilians caught in a street fight. They are professionals, entrusted with authority, and expected to rise above emotions, not be driven by them. Saying, "Whatever has happened," is a blatant attempt to sweep misconduct under the rug and avoid accountability. Imagine if a member of the public pushed an officer and used the same excuse. It would never be accepted. Yet here we have an officer using it to justify unlawful force against someone exercising their rights. This double standard is exactly what fosters public distrust.
And nothing's going to get done about it.
Hang on, no.
Nothing's going to get done about
So
it.
where this happened, you would try and just get your adrenaline down, carry on with what you're doing, auditing, whatever, seeing what's going on, videoing,
Yeah.
and then
Where's the police presence,
when
man?
your adrenaline is high, you can react to things that you won't normally react to.
To be honest with that copper then, the reason I snapped at him, because the way he was talking to this fella here was the most, honestly, you know what I'm like, Will? If you sound, I'm sound with you. This was the most outrageous thing I've seen from a police officer in probably my life, Will. And I've been beaten up by yous and everything. That was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Shameful, and I hope he's reprimanded when you get back to the station. I hope you tell him that he's wrong in what he's doing, and do what your college of police tells you to call your fellow officers out. That's the professionalism you need to do, because of these sort of things, them coppers is ruining your relations with the public. So you need to tell them, and I hope you do, Will.
The Auditor nails it by highlighting one of the biggest issues in modern policing, the silence of bystanders in uniform. The College of Policing's own code of ethics stresses integrity, accountability, and the responsibility to challenge unprofessional behavior. This includes speaking up when a fellow officer crosses the line. Every time an officer gets away with violence or misconduct, it deepens the divide and damages the credibility of those trying to do the job right. The public is watching, and silence speaks as loudly as any action. Officers must have the courage to hold each other accountable to the standards they've sworn to uphold. Otherwise, their badge loses its meaning, and their role as public servants is reduced to just a title.
This was the worst attitude I've seen from a police officer in my entire life. And I grew up ghetto and shinish.
I'm not saying you're lying, I'm not saying it didn't happen, I'm just saying I'm surprised. And that's
Well,
being
yeah.
really straight.
You'll still see the footage anyway, and you're going to be in shock. Yeah, and you know what I'm like? I was telling him, at first he kind of relaxed a little bit, and then I think his ego took back over. And then he had to start.
It's really surprising. But as long as you're alright,
No, I'm alright.
that's the most important thing.
Tell him all KHNK solicitors will be in contact with him soon. Tell him the solicitors will be in contact with him soon, man. Oh, and I will go to the ISP, all that, right? Go through them methods. I want him removed as his role as a police officer. After that today, he should not be a police officer. I know he's your friend, Will, but I'm sorry, he shouldn't. It's dangerous. Can't be having danger like that.
This is one of the most shocking things I've ever seen from a police officer, and I grew up in a tough neighborhood. I'm not saying he did nothing wrong, but I'm honestly surprised by it. You'll see the footage yourself, and you'll be in shock. At first, he seemed to relax a bit, but then his ego kicked back in, and he started acting out again. As long as you're okay, that's the most important thing. Let him know the solicitors will be in contact with him soon. And I'm going to report everything to the ISP. I want him removed from his position as a police officer. He shouldn't be in that role after what happened today. It's dangerous. And we can't afford to have someone like that on the force. I know he's your friend, Will, but I'm sorry, he shouldn't be a police officer anymore.